first shout out to my Patreon. Y'all are the real MVPs. I'm going to be trying to do some special things for y'all in this new year because y'all have definitely been riding with me. If you would like to join my Patreon, it's very simple. All you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/bstokestyling and make your pledge. $5, $10, or $25. Currently, I'm trying to get to 20 Patreons, you guys. So make sure you help me reach my goal by clicking the link down in my description box and joining my Patreon. You do not want to miss out on the early access to my videos. Don't forget to order your custom Stokes styling merch. That's right, we have merch. Just click the link down below in the description box and order your Stokes styling merch today. Hey y'all, hey. Thank y'all so much for joining my impromptu live stream. Okay, y'all, I got my phone set up so I can make sure I can see us. Thank you, Silky, for being here. Thank you, Bryant B. Hamilton, for being here. Hey, Deanna. Yeah, girl, I'm trying to be fancy, girl. Thank y'all so much for tuning in today. We got some drama going on. Drama alert. Y'all, the girls are fighting. If you have not been on the internet today, then you have not been seeing what's been going on with Miss Latoya forever, you guys. Latoya Ali, who I met from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but apparently who is a very well-known YouTuber out here with her YouTube page, Latoya Forever. Well, honey, it has been going down. And I have all the receipts. And I'm here to break it down for you. So first thing, before we get started, I have to say, make sure that you are subscribed. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button. Go ahead and hit the like as you enter. Please share this video out. All of those good things. Housekeeping, yeah. Please feel free, you guys, to come in here and discuss. I want to know if y'all have heard about it, if y'all been kind of keeping up with it. If you know, let me know. I'm trying to just get my screens together. Give me 1 second, because I got a bunch of receipts and I want to make sure that I have them all in order for you. So let's give you a little bit of history for those of you who may not know. Latoya Forever, like I said, is a she is a YouTuber here. She has recently joined the Real Housewives of Atlanta as a friend of this show. She was rumored to originally had been a full peach holder. However, after a messy divorce between her husband, Adam Ali, she was reduced to a friend of the show because he did not want to allow the children to be online. I meant to be on the show, and he did not want their situation to be exploited. Again, like I said, I did not follow them. This is just what I've gathered from today. So if y'all have any more information, you are more than welcome to drop things down in the comments and we can discuss it. But why we are coming today is because Mr. Adam Ali went on to no one other than Miss Tasha K's channel, honey, and he spilled his side of the story. Well, that started a whole storm of mess. Latoya Ali has come out on her YouTube, and she has posted a 2-part video explaining her reasons for the divorce and addressing what Mr. Adam Ali has said on Tasha K's channel. He has since responded as well, and it is just getting messier and messier by the minute, you guys. When I say messier and messier, I'm telling you. Deanna says, I'm curious about what her husband said in the interview. Well, we're going to break it down. Now, this was a what, 48-minute video. Please feel free after you watch this live, not right now, but after you watch this live, to go back and watch the whole thing. I only tagged a few of the clips, some things that I felt like were kind of pertinent. I'm gonna say this too. Let me just start by saying, after watching the interview, after not knowing him, and knowing what I've seen on TV of her, they just seem completely opposite. He seems so much more like calm and collected. And y'all know how Tasha K do, okay? Tasha can get real messy. That's, y'all, side note, please do not look at my raggedy nails. I was supposed to do them tonight, but I decided to jump on this live. So y'all do not talk about the fact that I ain't got the 6 fingers. I'm gonna say that now. But anyway, he decided to go on Tasha K, and as y'all know, Tasha can get messy. That's why we love her. But honestly, he did not take the bait, which made me kind of really like him and make me wonder how him and Latoya were even yoked together. So the interview starts off, and honestly, and last thing, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my little recap of the interview, and we'll get further into this mess. Hey, Sammy the GOAT, thank you for joining me. Deanna says, why would he go to Tasha K? That's just messy. But honestly, he was not being overly messy. I promise, but we'll play some clips and we'll talk about it, because I don't think he was. So the interview starts off with basically Tasha asking him how they came together, and essentially he said that they met through YouTube. They were both at the time considered small YouTubers. She had about 30,000 subscribers. He had about 10 or so, and they decided that they wanted to collaborate. Side note, I just think it's funny, 30,000 is technically a small YouTuber, but honey, let me get to 30. Let me get to 30. Anyway, side note, speaking of, help me get to 30 by subscribing and sharing this video out. But anyway, so they met by doing this little what is it called? Doing this little collaboration. They decided to kind of keep in touch. And then after, things kind of blossomed, and then they moved in together. They were dating. Then they decided to move to LA together. When they moved to LA, they found out that she was pregnant. He said that things were moving kind of fast. They kind of moved to LA at the time, because at that time, all of the YouTubers were going to LA. Y'all know how it goes. All of the YouTubers are going to LA. They think that's the place to be. And then they found out they were pregnant. And then maybe a year after that, they got pregnant with the second child. The business started flourishing and things moved on from there. All right. So that was good to know, get a little backstory, because to be honest with you, like I said, I did not know them before the Real Housewives. I still don't really know of them now, but that's what he said. So then they kind of go through that history. We're going to go right into where he starts talking about the downfall of their marriage. So let me pull it up really quick. Give me a second. I'm trying to pull it up. Where is it at? We'll start right here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna share my screen, but not share my screen. Y'all get me? Because I don't need nobody coming for me. All right, so let's do that. And then let's do... Can I do both of these? Let me see if I can do both of these. I'm trying something new, you guys. So y'all give me a second. Oh, hush. I'm trying to set this up so we can kind of play it and talk at the same time. So give me 1 second. Can y'all hear? No, y'all can't hear it. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to set this up. I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to get it right. Give me a second. Let me remove this. And let me do it like this. Share screen. Oh, that's why I didn't press share audio. That might help. Can I add that? I can add both of them to the screen. All right, let's do that. All right, so listen up, you guys.
That's one part. The second part is, I think it was a snowball of many events. There was a snowball that led. There was a snowball that came after that. So while she's feeling that I cannot become this person that he wants me to be, because I've hurt him in many different ways, she's now pregnant with baby number 3. She gets into a car accident. I'm talking about snowball here. She gets into a car accident. Shortly after that, she has preeclampsia. After that, she gets into a fight with her mom. After that, she's firing our assistant. Then she's getting into a fight with her sister. Then the whole divorce talks came. This is all in a span of 4 months. You know what I'm talking about? So this is just and I'm trying to let her know, like, hey, you pump your brakes. You're going through a lot. You can even throw what they call postpartum if you want to. But I was the one always defending her and bringing awareness of everything. And I'm like, you're trying me now? Like, I've been here for you.
All right, so that is how he said that the marriage began to deteriorate. Could y'all hear it? Please drop down in the comments. Let me know. I told y'all I'm trying to get this together. Impromptu lives. Work with me. But yes, so that's why he said that the marriage deteriorated. He said that it was a snowball effect. She got into it with the people around him. She got into an accident. She could have possibly been suffering with postpartum depression. And now she starts bringing up divorce talk, and all of this is within 4 months. So that seems like definitely a lot to be going through. And then from what I understand, he says that this is all what he said. He said that they were kind of in the middle of going through this divorce, and they had decided to go ahead and go through this divorce when she made the video on YouTube that they were getting separated, and he was kind of blindsided by this announcement, by the public announcement, by, you know, especially because she was at the time still staying in the house. And he did say that ultimately, I want to say he said that he was the one that did file for the divorce. So Tasha goes on to ask him if there was infidelity in the marriage, because I know that a lot of people, or a lot of conversation on the internet was about infidelity. So let's just hear what his response was to that clip.
What are we talking about?
Did she step out of a marriage before the divorce time happened? Because you mentioned like she hurt.
I don't really want to get into any of that stepping out, stepping in conversation.
Okay. Because I know, I mean, something has to happen for someone to say, I don't want to do this anymore.
Well,
and there has to
I
be
think
some
what's even more bigger than all of that is she has the grass is greener syndrome. Like nothing could satisfy her. It just never is enough, you know. And I feel like now that I look at everything, I was addicted to trying to fulfill this person's needs. It was almost like a game, a challenge that, you know, oh, I gotta do more, which.
All right, so we're gonna stop it right there. So he didn't want to talk about if she stepped out or not. I want to make sure that we make that clear, because I want to go to now her response, some of her response to this video. Give me a second.
Do what I love to do. Do what to the point where
what just happened?
Adam put a restraining order passionate
again. Why is it doing that? Hold on, y'all. I hate it when I go through YouTube and it does that. Hold on, y'all.
All of us. Dude, he got angry. All of us. This guy that I'm currently.
Hold on.
What does that even matter?
Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull it up. Because she went on and talked and talked and talked and talked. So let's do a little clip of her response. Let me pull it up on the screen for y'all. Here we go.
Do what I love to do what I'm passionate about, and that's creating content for people to enjoy. That was my main focus. And his focus was just, you know, how can we scale this? How can we get this to the next level? And on a boat cruise, and I cheated on Adam. Stairs. And
so we're gonna stop it right there. So she does admit to cheating on Adam, even though during this interview, he said that he did not want to speak on that. I find that very telling, and this is just me being the speculatory person that I can kind of be sometimes. It made me question why did, like, you know, she's open about cheating on him. Was he truly trying to save her? Because in my opinion, during this whole interview, he really was trying to not go in on Toya. He was really just trying to say his side of the story. When Tasha's asking him, hey, well, what happened with infidelities, or how do you feel about this or that? He really does seem to deflect and try to redirect the conversation, and honestly not answering all the questions. So to me, this means one of two things. Either he is really trying not to tarnish her reputation, or he doesn't want to bring up her infidelities, because then that will bring like light onto his possible infidelities. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that down below. But I just find that interesting, because in Toya's response video, she's responding, admitting that she cheated, when in actuality, he never answered that question. Like Deanna says, he deflected that question. He never answered that question. So something about that has my eyebrows just raised because I'm just nosy and I'm like, wait, something about that just seems odd to me. Let's see what else. So he deflects this question, and he goes on to say that, you know, he doesn't want to talk about who stepped in or out of the marriage. He just felt like the issue with Latoya was that she had a grass is greener mentality, and all he was doing was trying to make things better and provide for her. And so that does coincide with what she's saying, with like all his focus was scaling the business. So that does seem like it kind of coincides. He then goes on to admit that it was easy for him to leave the marriage. And I'm gonna play that clip in 1 second. Let me read y'all's comments before I do. Silky says, I think maybe because they have kids, he doesn't want to get into that type of stuff, which could very well be true. And I mean, after watching this interview, and this is me watching it this morning before Latoya did any responses or anything like that, I felt like he seemed like a good guy. He seemed like a genuine guy. There was only one part of this interview that made me kind of side-eye him, and we'll get to that later. But he seemed like honestly a genuine guy who does not want to be messy and into all of the drama like Latoya does. And I'm saying this again as seeing Latoya on the show and seeing that she seems to genuinely be a pot stirrer, and he says that she's honestly not putting on the show. Deanna says that is odd that she told on herself. Maybe she just wanted to beat him to it. But if he was going to say something, sitting there in the wine cellar with Tasha K would have been the time to say it. So there's, you know what I'm saying, her outing herself, it just didn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I'm always careful about what I say about my personal life online, which I get, but they've made a business, a legit business of exploiting their family. That is legit why, you know, this is legit why we even are talking about them, because they just exploited everything, every aspect of their family. I've seen just a few clips, because again, I told y'all I ain't watched them, but I've seen just a few clips of them and legitimately exploiting arguments between them. Like, you know, toxic behavior between the two of them, and they're putting it on YouTube for public consumption. So why is it that question he felt the need to deflect? Cliff says he probably didn't want to blast her. I'm pretty sure she told on herself, she would have told on him. That's valid. That's valid. He does seem like a good, genuine guy. He does. All right. So in this next clip, he says that it was easy for him to leave the marriage. Let me hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. I gotta keep switching from screen to screen, so y'all just bear with me as I be switching.
People may consider this a bash, so be it, and I'll stick with it. It was actually such an easy decision for me to just end this. And it boiled down to two things. When I really looked at everything that occurred, whether, you know, based off of events, the Grassy syndrome, all of this shit, I had to really ask myself, is this person a source of peace for me? And she just wasn't. She never was a source of peace for me. I was forever a firefighter, lighting off fires based off of her, you know, her antics all the time. There was
all right. So he says that it was easy for him to leave the marriage. She was never a source of peace for him. Could y'all hear it? Could y'all hear it? Oh Lord, I hope y'all could hear it. Hold on. Could y'all hear that? I swear, I'm trying to get this right. Could y'all hear that? Y'all drop down. Tell me if y'all could hear it. If not, I'll have to replay it. Tell me down below if y'all could hear that. But yeah, he says that she was okay. Y'all hear it? Okay, perfect. He said he was never a source of peace for her. He felt like a firefighter, always putting out the fires of Latoya. I don't know why I'm echoing today. That's very weird. but yeah, he said he felt like a firefighter, always putting out the fires because of Latoya's different antics, and he just felt like it was time to leave. So again, not really bashing her, just giving his side of the story, seeming again like a genuine guy. So let's move on. Tasha goes on and asks him, were they in love? And now this little portion of the live stream was very telling to me, because a lot, as we all have seen, we've seen a lot of YouTube couples, and a lot of times it definitely does not seem genuine. They stay together for the clout, or they get together for the clout. A lot of times we see that these YouTube couples end up coming to a demise. And okay, let me turn it up. No wonder. And so Tasha asked him, were they in love? Especially because he admitted at the beginning of this interview that their whole getting together was based off of a YouTube collaboration. So I'm going to let y'all hear what his response was. Oh, hey, Coco.
The show. But before the show was introduced, did you really love her? Did you fall in love with her? Was she like, people, people can get married and be like, okay, I can grow to love you. Or, we have this baby and there's this situation. Did you ever like fall for her? Like, were you ever head over heels in love with her?
I loved her, yes. I'm just gonna keep it at that. I did love her.
Were you in love?
Based off of events, I wouldn't say I was in love with her, but I wouldn't say I was in love with her based off of various events that were transpiring.
Okay.
Dang it. Was I muted? Okay. Y'all, we gonna get it together. But what are y'all thoughts on that? He says that he loved her, but he was never in love with her. Based off of things that have transpired, he can't say that he's ever been in love with her. He loves her, but he can't say that after 9 years and 3 children that he's ever been in love with her. That said a lot to me. That said a lot to me. That says a lot to me. That says to me that this entire relationship was a relationship of convenience. It was a relationship of clout, and that it was a business relationship. What does that say to y'all? I want to hear y'all thoughts on that. That was very telling to me. Now, again, just based off of what I've seen of Latoya on TV and what I kind of seen on the show, and that kind of thing, I totally can believe that. She seems like the type of person that moves very strategically and intentionally in order to gain recognition. But also, I just think that's very sad to be 9 years into a relationship with 3 children to procreate, and to be with someone and say that I was never in love with them. That is very sad. Let's see what y'all are saying. Deanna says, based off her personality, I can actually see that. She says the convenience and business relationship. Yep, that's just what it seems like. Yeah. Coco says their relationship seemed very toxic. And YouTube relationship sounds like, yeah, I can't stand her. Yeah, it does seem. It seems like they got in it for the business, and now it has. I mean, ultimately, that's not going to work. You know, that has a very short lifespan. You know, I think it's sad though that at this point he can't even say that he loved this woman who was his wife and now is the mother of 3 of his children. It's sad. But I don't, it doesn't surprise me none. That honestly is how a lot of these YouTube couples are. And what's even sadder is you have these children, these younger generation who are looking at this type of stuff and thinking that it's real and thinking that it's the goal, not knowing that people are going through turmoil and toxicity behind the scenes. Again, he says that based on things that happen, you know, events that transpired that he never gets into. But some of those events, again, we saw, like Coco was saying, some of the events we saw where they were being very toxic towards each other, and again, using it for clout and using it for YouTube. So then the next part of the interview, the next pertinent part of the interview is them discussing Latoya's new relationship. Now, Latoya is in a relationship now with I don't know the guy's name. Let me see if I can look up his name. But Vaughn, I believe is his name. She's in a new relationship with some guy named Vaughn. I guess he was her trainer, and now they are together. They even have a YouTube channel together now. So again, Latoya exploiting her relationship for YouTube views. And so Tasha begins to give her opinion on the new guy. Now this is gonna be a little bit longer of a clip, but I want y'all to listen to who is talking. Again, this is Tasha giving her opinion on the new guy.
I think it's absolute. I think the relationship between the two looks forced. I do think Latoya is a beautiful girl. She's a woman. And her standing beside him, it looks as if she's fucked down. Like you do.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm looking at him. You could clearly tell the guy is an attention seeker. You could clearly tell the guy, you know, has an agenda. The fact is, how do you go from establishing a business with a man to someone you have to pay in order to do the things that you're accustomed to doing, and that your, you know, ex-husband could afford to do, you know? And so now your thing is like, and I think you said it, she feels that happiness is more important than stability. And how do you feel?
I feel a whole lot of things here that probably won't add up to any conclusive answer. But some of the things, you know, my perspective on some of this is, it's very interesting to me that, you know, like I mentioned, the grass is greener syndrome was a major component to this, like nothing.
Before I let him finish giving his opinion, I want to take a moment. So again, we have Tasha giving her thoughts on the new guy. Again, like Deanna saying, it seems faked and forced. She says that it's effing down, and you know, she goes on to say that it's like her effing the help, and you don't get in bed with the help, and you definitely don't, you know, show the help off and you know, make a YouTube channel with them, and he seems like an opportunist. These are things that Tasha's saying during the interview. And so I just want to make it clear, these are Tasha's opinions. And so now we're going to listen to actually what Adam had to say in regards to Latoya and her relationship with the new guy.
really satisfy this person. She had big dreams of being with, being with potential, people who could fulfill these type of big dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And even for her to get to this point now, and this is the next phase. It's kind of like, what were you arguing with me about? Like, our lives, like, what was this all about? Clearly, it was for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Because what is he gonna do for you? But let me also, in that same breath, let me really say that, let's remove status. Let's remove, what someone can do for you. If this guy is providing comfort, peace, happiness, those are metrics that matter too.
All right. So Adam says, it just doesn't seem right. You were getting on me, and I was doing all of this trying to make our life better, and because I knew that you wanted more and more and more. But then when you leave me, you get with this guy that can't provide you with half the stuff I provide you with. But you know what? At the end of the day, if he's making you happy, if he's making you fulfilled, then that matters too. So what am I to say about that? And again, he says, if he's providing love metrics, then she doesn't have to explain herself. Again, seeming like a good guy to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's seeming like a good guy to me. Tasha's going in. Tasha just gave you the opening. The opening is there. You can come in here now and really go in and dog and give your opinion and dog this new guy in this new relationship. And he kind of gives his opinion like it just doesn't make sense to him, but then he ends it with, but if she's happy with it, if he's doing what he's supposed to do, then she ain't got to explain herself. Hey Tasha, thank you for joining. Tasha says, I think the relationship should be on social media, but that's me. You think this new relationship should be on social media? She also says, Latoya said, so what is he gay? Okay, calm down. We're going to get to it. Coco says, it's definitely too soon, but dang, sis ain't have to call him to help. She did. She definitely did. She said she F'd down. Tasha compared Latoya messing with this trainer as messing with the guy who cuts the grass or the pool boy. And again, Tasha is reading Latoya and this guy for filth, but Adam honestly was not. What do y'all think about that? I felt like, okay, he just seems like a decent guy to me. At this point, we ain't got to the point where I started side-eyeing him, but at this point, I'm like, okay, he's not going on a smear campaign against her, which is very different because you're going on Tasha K. If you really wanna give to somebody, that's the channel to do it. And Tasha has given him the alley-oop, and he's missed the shot so far every time that she's tried. So yeah, I don't know. Tasha says, I think Adam still cares too and is hurt. I think so, but you don't trust him. Oh, you don't trust him. You might have been following them longer than I have. So, hey, you might know something I don't. This is just me being like an innocent bystander, just coming in and giving you my opinion. Coco says, yeah, from what I hear, he didn't bash her. Tasha says, I don't think this relationship should be on social media. You just met him. I don't either. I think she's just trying to get, again, clout. Deanna says Latoya definitely did downgrade with this new guy. And she has had, again, they have created a YouTube channel together. He has been all over her social media. He's been all over the place. So I will go ahead. Let me skip forward a little bit. We're gonna come back. We're gonna keep saying some different parts, but I'm gonna skip forward really quickly to, let me see, where is it at? Where Tasha accuses him of being gay. Hold on. Where is it at? Is this the clip? Hold on. I think this is where it starts, maybe. I thought I had it set, but let me see.
You know, it's clearly you can see that there's some desperation going on here.
Mhm.
And of course, he's going to be all that you need him to be because he has a position he's trying to get into. And you can clearly tell.
Yeah, these are your like what
No,
I'm not saying anything.
I know, but
I'm just listening. I don't.
But
I did tell her that I'm gonna verify this dude because something out here don't add up. That's all I ever said. She knows I
Yeah.
said that, and I'm gonna back that up. But other than that, whatever you're saying, like I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm not thinking, nodding my head to
well,
it.
I was told that, you know, and it's by a very credible source, that he is bisexual. He has had past relationships with men. I'm not in the business of outing anyone, but I do think, Latoya, before you decide to bring random men around your children, you have to verify because you don't know what they're capable of, and you have girls, you know.
So that is Tasha basically saying again that she has some sources that said that this man that Latoya is messing with, you know, is out here bisexual. She says don't trust him around your kids. And you know, again, you hear Adam saying this is your opinions. I have not said anything about that. So Latoya did have a response to that, and I found it interesting that in Latoya's response, let me pull this down. In Latoya was responding to
All of us. He got angry.
She was responding to basically Tasha's allegation because at this point Adam did not say anything. Oh wait, before I play Latoya's response, let me pull that down. Before I play Latoya's response, I am going to play one last thing that Adam said, and then we'll get into Latoya's response. Hold on. This is the moment that made me kind of side-eye Adam and let me see that, like, okay, you and Latoya might be more equally yoked than I thought. So listen to this little part, and then we'll get into Latoya's response.
Conversation with him?
With him?
Yeah, with the guy that she's.
Oh man, this is too juicy.
Please, come on.
It's almost like a TV show. My life is like a TV show. All I can say, I asked him, expose your lover. And
you did?
I tell him that. I told him that, or I will. And
so you know too?
Anyhow, that's all I said. That's all I'm saying about that situation.
Know? So that part right there just seemed kind of iffy to me. I'm gonna give y'all my reasoning behind it, and then we'll get into Latoya's response. But something about that seemed really iffy to me. The fact that he went into, oh man, you know, and y'all couldn't see it. I didn't want to play it on here, but he's sitting there and he's shifting in his seat, and this is one of the few points in the interview, in my opinion, where he would, like most of the interview, he's just kind of sitting there talking, you know, kind of normally. But in this part of the interview, he's shifting in his seat, he's rubbing his leg, he's kind of doing this little laugh, and oh man, my life is really like a movie, like it's really like a TV show, man. Like something about that just didn't sit right with me. Something about that just did not sit right with me. It seemed like he was manipulating the conversation a bit, kind of pitching what he wants. It was in that moment in the interview where I was like, okay, I think you are probably a little bit more calculated and similar to Latoya than you want to put on, because who said anything about why was it Why is it, oh, my life is like a movie? I don't know. It was something about it that was weird. And then he goes on to say, well, I told him, expose your lover or I will. I don't know. Like, I was with him through most of this interview, but that particular clip made me kind of side eye him. That's what I'm gonna say. Let me see what y'all are saying. Yes, Silky, yes. The guys is Vaughn. I'm gonna pull up a picture for you. Give me a second. Let me pull up a picture for you. Yes, so he was a trainer. Adam was a trainer when they first started, right? Oh, Adam was a trainer too? Oh. Yeah. Tasha says that part got me mad. Right. Like, as soon as he went to like doing all of that, it just seemed shifty to me. It just seemed shifty to me. It seemed calculated. It seemed like he was trying to he did at that point. It was like that's when he was trying to be spiteful. It's like he didn't want to go ahead, like, out of all the other times that Tasha set up the alley-oop, like I was saying, he didn't necessarily want to go in and take the bait and really bash her. But for some reason, he was like, well, I guess I can throw in a little something. I'm going to say that I said something, or I'm going to say this and make it kind of seem like it's more than it was. And I'm just going to let Tasha run with that narrative. You get what I'm saying? Because, again, he didn't really say anything, but he said enough to make Tasha feel like vindicated in what she believes the tea is that she got. Yeah, something about it just it was disingenuous to me. So then let's go ahead and get into Latoya's response about her guy allegedly being bisexual or gay or whatever. Deanna says maybe I had to see his body language. Yeah. I might go back and replay it and just let y'all see just that little clip of it, because honestly, looking at it and looking at the way that he begins to shift in his seat and all of this stuff, it made me go, you get what I'm saying? Okay. So let's play her response.
This guy that I'm currently seeing, he has a lot
I hate when it does this. Hold on. Why does it do this to me? Why does it do this to me? I'm going to start it over. Let's go back.
all of us. This guy that I'm currently seeing, he has a lot of gay friends, okay? He trains a lot of gay clients, and just because he's comfortable and confident in his own skin doesn't mean that he's gay. And I know for a fact that he's not. So it's just hurtful that people try to attack gay as being something that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. People have their own preferences. So I'm actually quite offended for the LGBTQ community that Adam would even
That's like a dog
say such
whistle.
things. And let's just say, for example, this.
I'm gonna pause it really quick and we're gonna keep going. But mind you, I just want to be clear. Adam insinuated that he was going to expose his lover. Adam never said that this new guy was gay. That Tasha K said that. Number one. Number two, to me, the way that she is even kind of giving this narration is like she's trying to dog whistle to the LGBTQ community, because you already know you can't say anything. And so it again, this is what it feels like to me. It feels like she's trying to rile up the community so that they can attack him, like, oh, he's saying that you're wrong, so like I don't even think this is right, you know, da da da. Y'all get what I'm saying? All right, let her keep going.
I had a gay history, you know. This guy that I'm currently seeing, what does that even matter? We live in 2021, and at the end of the day, that's something that I would have to go through. And quite frankly, what does that even matter?
Okay, so again, I agree though with what she's saying. It does not matter. It is 2021. That would be her decision to do. And she says that if that were the truth, she wouldn't even care. However, I just want to make it clear. She's addressing or responding to Adam allegedly calling. Well, first of all, Adam never called her new boyfriend gay. That was never said. Tasha said that he was bi, and that she has sources to, you know, she has her sources that can verify that he was bisexual and has messed with men in the past. And whether she wants to play on our intelligence like you don't understand the connotations that is still going to bring, you know what I'm saying? We all get what it brings. Not saying that it's right or it's wrong, not saying anything like that. I'm just saying whenever you are talking about, oh, well, I'm with this guy now and he used to date men, it does bring different connotations. And so I understand her trying to defend it, but I also feel like she's kind of using manipulative wording, and she's been in the social media game long enough to know how to kind of play on people's emotions, in my opinion. Y'all tell me what y'all think down below. All right. The last thing, let me see. Yeah, the last thing that Adam said that I wanted to talk about was where he questions Cliff. Says she's pandering. That's what it seems like to me. But you know. But okay. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about was where he questions, he raises a question, a good question, and I just wanted to leave it there. Hold on. Pull it up. Y'all give me 1 second. All right.
Question to look at everything is like, who is the common denominator? Like, who has survived her? Where is all her friends? Where is all her family? There's a common denominator. They're not here no more for a reason. So clearly there's someone here who has a problem. And I feel like she's just at a point right now where anything she'll just going to cling on because she needs comfort. And if this guy came along, then that's what it is.
Now, I felt that was a valid question. That makes sense now. Everybody can't be lying on you. You know, remember at the beginning of the stream again, he talks about how there was a point where, you know, she fell out with her assistant and her mom and her sister and then him. You know, and even on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know, you're not being able to maintain any kind of genuine relationships or friendships. You seem to kind of just be floating with the wind. So, and if you operate in your real life as you operate on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which I forgot to pull the clip, but Adam says she's not putting on, that is a problem. and maybe you should look in the mirror. And it does make me question her. You know, it does make me question her. Let me see what y'all are saying. Coco says facts. The answer is very valid. Tasha says, but it can be him too that ran them away. It very well could be. Very well. Deanna says Latoya is another Kenya. Definitely. I don't trust Adam. Latoya is bad, but remember, Adam didn't like anyone too. See, I don't know. I don't know their history. I don't know their history. Y'all tell me now. Tell me if y'all were watching their vlog channel together, please jump down in the comments. Make it plain for us, because this is just what we are getting from the internet today. And I from what we're seeing, Adam does not like Latoya. Seems like such a shit show, and Adam seems so kind of more level-headed, despite that one part where I told y'all he just seemed real off to me. But overall, he just does not seem like he does the things or has antics that she does. So y'all tell me. Tasha says that Adam playing victim. I don't care. I don't trust them. I do want to real quick. I am gonna show y'all that his body language. Deanna, I do want you to see his body language, because it did make me side eye him. Like, I take what he says with a grain of salt, and we're gonna get into more of their responses shortly, because with these responses, I'm telling you, Adam is with the shits. Like, it's not just Latoya, he's with it, but he did not go on Tasha K to bash her. And I honestly, out of this 48-minute video, I don't think that he dogged Latoya out at all. Not like he gave his opinions on some things, he gave his perspective on some things, but I don't think he dogged her. And so her doing these responses is actually making it worse. But it feels to me like she's doing it because she's just an attention seeker. You get what I'm saying? And she knows, well, now is the time for me to capitalize. I can make a bag off of this. So I'm gonna show y'all. I am gonna show y'all his body language. Watch it now.
Conversation with him?
With him?
Yeah, with the guy that she.
Look at him now.
Oh man, this is too juicy.
Please, come on.
It's almost like a TV show.
Look.
My life is really like a TV show.
All this shifting.
All I can say, I asked him, expose your lover. And
you did?
I told him that, or I will.
No,
and,
pause it. I just caught that. I'm sorry. I just caught that. He said, I told him that, or I will. I'm sorry. Pause it. Because because I just got mad, because I just caught that, because I just went back, because now that we're looking at his body language, something about it just don't seem right. So again, during the whole interview, he was sitting there, he's giving eye contact. Notice during this particular section, he's shifting in his seat, he's rubbing his leg, he's not giving eye contact, and then he double speaks and he says, I told him that. Then he looks off to the side and says, or at least I will. One more time, because this is the part to me that out of this entire interview, this part to me seemed the most shifty. Yes, Tasha, those mics are lit. Okay. The mics are definitely lit. Tasha got them coins. All right, I'm a hush. All right, let go.
With the guy that she's.
Oh man, this is too juicy.
Please, come on.
It's almost like a TV show.
All this looking around.
All I can say, I asked him, expose your lover. And
you did?
I told him that, or I will.
And
so you know too?
Anyhow, that's all I said. That's all I'm saying about that situation.
You get what I'm saying?
Listen, I know.
Feeding into it.
See, I'm telling you, like, my sources, The winos know we're legit here, and it wasn't hard to find. You can look at the guy and tell it's written all over him. He's an opportunist.
Mm-mm.
You know,
I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying
I
he's
know
an
you're not
opportunist
saying,
or anything
but
like
And so at this point again, he's saying, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. That part of the interview does make me side eye him. It does make me feel like, oh, okay, I see it. I can kind of see it. I still think overall, he does seem opposite of Latoya for sure. But you ain't as squeaky clean as you have been portrayed. You let your slip show. Ain't that what they say? You let your slip show in that moment. So let me see. Let me look at y'all's comments. I'm getting behind. I hate getting behind in comments. And then we're going to go ahead and finish with some of the backlash and responses. Deanna says, I never watched Adam and Latoya to really know their dynamic. Right. I'm just now seeing Latoya and she's really annoying. Facts. Sister Talk TV. Hey, thank you for joining. She says, Latoya has went through a lot of friends. Yeah. For sure. Side note, Sister Talk TV. I've been enjoying y'all posting these the OG's clips. If y'all are watching, if y'all had watched Basketball Wives, OG has been posting behind the scenes clips, and Sister Talk has been keeping us abreast. So thank you for that, because y'all are giving us behind the scenes tea. I love it. Cocoa Butter Curl says, now I can't stand Kenya, but Latoya make her not seem so bad. Yeah. I surprisingly I take Kenya over Latoya. I think Silky said I've seen a little bit of them on Shameless Maya channel, but did not really follow. I don't even know who that person is. Tasha said, I watched Latoya way before Adam came in. Latoya is the shit show, but Adam used to amp her up to drop people too. So he's just as bad, huh, Tasha? Yes, she's definitely an attention seeker. Tasha says, I don't get why he went on Tasha K. What was the point? Well, he goes on to say, and I did not pull this part of the clip because I was just like, I'll just talk about it. I don't feel like playing it. But he does go on to say that she went on to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And what I will say is the only thing that I've heard of him is that he blocked Toya from getting her full peach because he did not want to be on the show or show his kids on the show. And he said that he blocked her from going on the show because he already knows the narrative that show portrays, and he would be portrayed as like, a bad father, and they were already beginning to kind of have a deterioration in their marriage. And so he did not want that on TV, which I think is valid. But from what I'm glad that we're hearing his side, because as a person who does not follow either one of them, it does kind of give me a better rounded view of their dynamic. Because from what I was understanding, I just thought he was like a jerk who was kind of trying to stop the bag. But I don't know. Yeah, so where was I at? So yeah, Tasha coming with the background. Look, we need it. Right. He looks down. He's getting real shifty during that part. Yes. Tasha, I love it when you get upset. I'm sorry. Yeah, so Tasha K, knows or has heard some things about the trainer, the new guy. What was his name? I guess Vaughn. Tasha say, this how mad I got with that Derek dude. Clifton says, all these detectives detecting things in the chat. I don't know. Sammy was in here earlier. I don't know where Paulindo is. Paulindo been missing my lives lately. He has. Deanna says he was having a shady moment for sure. Yes. And Latoya, Sister Talk says Latoya just wanted to be famous. And Latoya definitely gives that off. She definitely gives off opportunities. Like she wants whatever attention, whether it, like, she believes all publicity is good publicity. You get what I'm saying? Now, at the beginning of the interview, Tasha says that she did not want to interview Toya, that she wanted to interview Adam because she did not vibe with Toya on the show. That's how she opened the interview off. That's how she opened the interview. She said that she did not want to interview. I'll play that little piece.
Well,
Yeah.
this is a YSL.
Which was fun, which is exciting for
yes, because it's not, I'm not prejudging anything. I'm just like a regular viewer that's viewed only what you and your ex-wife, Latoya Forever, has put out.
Right.
So, and from what I've seen, I was just like, I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to him because I do feel that she is a bit too commercial.
Mm.
And I feel she doesn't know when to turn it off. You know, I'm a wife, I'm a mother of two. And so I definitely know how to set boundaries for my job. And I do know that you guys were a business.
So that's Tasha saying she didn't want to talk to her. She didn't want to talk to her. Like Tasha said, she admitted that she wants to be famous too. She doesn't care what she has to do. All right, so let's finish hearing Toya's responses, because we cannot, while we're talking about the responses and things that have been going on and the back and forth that has been going on all day, we do have to, I would be remiss if I did not bring up the allegations that Latoya has brought up against her ex-husband, Adam.
Do what I love to do.
Hold on.
Where
Hold on. I'm gonna let it play. Give me a second.
He got angry.
Hush. It want to do what it want to do. What it want to do. You wait till I tell you.
To do what I love to do. Do what I love.
I don't know why it keeps playing both clips. So let's just play this one.
He got angry to the point where Adam put a restraining order against me. And I had to leave the house with Aya because in the court order it said Latoya, has to leave the house, and because he's fearful for his life. Because at this point, I did put a GPS tracking device on his car because I felt like I wanted to know where you were at, what you were doing, so I had something on you to use in court. Adam doesn't know him through a hole in the wall.
So that
you don't know what he has.
Let me see if I can get the other part to play.
Life. Do what I love to do. Do what I'm passionate about.
It won't play. I'm trying to get the part where she accuses him of abuse. It might be in this clip. On a boat cruise. Right. And I cheated on Adam stairs, and I went to bed because I was tired. And when I went to bed, he came in the room and he turned on the light and he grabbed my legs and pulled me, like dragged me off the bed. He picked me up, shoved me against the wall, and he started to like choke me. And like on a boat cruise, angry to the point where Adam put a restraining order. So in her video on YouTube with her new little side dude or whatever, she says that after cheating on this boat cruise, Adam gets upset and he assaults her, he chokes her. And then after that, he put a restraining order out against her. Now y'all already know how I feel about domestic violence over here on this channel. I ain't finna be with the yes on it. I'm not finna justify it. So, and I am going to take her at her word when she says that this happened. I'm going to take her at her word. I'm not going to, if this did happen, I'm not going to re-victimize her. I do also want to say though, they were toxic together, as you can see. And I find it strange that he was the one that took out a restraining order if she was the one that was physically assaulted. But honestly, in the court world, like, it's just who asked for the restraining order first. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't need any proof about it. Like, it's just like who comes to ask first. You get what I'm saying? So she went ahead and she made this response, and I showed y'all the other things. And then she went on. Sorry, pressing the wrong thing.
I'm not angry.
So then she went on to say, Adam hacked into my account and deleted the videos. I will be re-uploading them on my other channel. So this is why the videos were uploaded on her backup channel with the new boyfriend, because I'm assuming Adam does not have a password to this channel. And so she accuses him of going onto her main channel and deleting those videos. She says that Adam is the one that made my story time video of me allegedly being a colorist public after I put my story times on private. He wants to sabotage and destroy everything I have worked hard for. He hacks my accounts, my phones, my iCloud, and records private conversations to try to hold against me. I'm so happy that I'm free from this abuse. This is what she says. And so then these are text messages that it seems that he has sent to her. I'll pull them up bigger on the screen for y'all. And they say, you better be very careful. This is him sending them to her now. You better be very careful. I defended you on this video that's coming out. Don't forget your doings. You won't recover if I really say what happens. Trey, 6, Trini Ardette, Trackers, B. Hey, keep me out of it. Putting kids in harm's way, gun, T-Po, your mother. So I'm assuming that this is just like a laundry list of things that he could have blasted her on. He says, remember, I have you attacking me for 20 minutes. You will lose Real Housewives of Atlanta 100%. Let us not forget what transpired in the church too. Your truth is delusional and a lie. You lack the ability to take any ownership, just running around. I'll simply follow up and put it to rest. I overly defended you in this video coming out, but talk your shit. You're looking for validation when you should be living your honest life. You can't even do that. It's sad as fuck. Getting yourself a rollie and then attributing it to him. Save the lie, because I'll just expose it if need be. Watch the interview, Goofy. You can't dead anything because you're in a delusional lie. Go ahead and drop the video. Mad because I did a soft ass interview when y'all stay paper cutting me and talking shit. Dude, don't even know me and been talking shit. Fuck him and tell him to come outside, expose his skeletons too. My follow-up video will be the cream. So this is what Adam sent. But I do want to make a point to say, y'all look at this, look at this text thread. He's not talking to himself. He's not talking to himself. You're not going to sit up here and tell me that this man just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many times. Ocho text this woman and she did not respond. You can clearly see in this, that she said something too, especially here where he says, I'm assuming she said something and he goes, well, watch the interview. And she said something else, and then he says, well, you can't dead anything because you're a delusional lie. You get what I'm saying? And then she said something else, and then she probably said something like, well, I'm gonna drop the video on my backup channel. And he says, go ahead and drop the video. So I don't like that. I'm seeing what's being said, and I do feel like this is another this does not line up with what he was trying to portray on Tasha's channel in like, although it does too, because he is saying you know, I was defending you. I didn't even go in on you. These are all the things I could have said about you. I didn't even say none of that to you. So to me, it does make me side-eye her that you deleted everything that you said and you tried to blast him on what he said. That's messy too. I ain't saying what he's saying is right, and I'm not saying that, you know, that they are not toxic together. But baby, why you playing in our face? Why you playing in our face? All right, so let's keep going. Cause you trying to spin a narrative now. But let's keep going. Adam responded and said, this woman has always been messy, and all I did was protect her. She dabbles around the facts and truth, take no responsibility for her actions. Where is everyone? No one has survived her. I'll tell you the whole truth today. She wishes I was a deadbeat dad. Will never happen. And she's mad because I declined all her advances at me. We are not equally yoked. Yes, my soul is not for sale. Literally, this is a cry for help from her. There's speaking your truth, and then there's clout chasing. She's not happy. Her entire self-worth and validation comes from the internet. You can buy a body, a house, your own Rolly too, but you can never buy character or aura. The soul knows. I'm gonna is there okay, wait, before we get into his, because he also made a response video. Before we get into that, I'm going to read y'all's comments, because that just kind of pissed me off, because I feel like you're trying to play in our face. Like you're playing in our face, Latoya. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about, where she's using this entire thing to kind of boost her and for clout. Because in all honesty, he did not go in on her. He did not go in on her in this interview. And according to the text messages, Latoya, that you just showed, apparently there was a whole lot more that he could have said that he chose not to say. And the fact that you're trying to blast these private text messages as if he's the one that's abusing you is very gaslightery to me. I'm just saying. All right. Coco says, OMG, they toxic as F. Deanna says, yes, super toxic. Just move on and be done with it. But I don't think she wants to move on, because like y'all said, she wants to be famous. Right. She tried it, girl. You still said all that stuff, whether it's public or private. Right. Talking about the colorism video, whether he did make it public again, I don't know. Like you said, I didn't see it. I don't follow it. I don't know. I also feel like if you know that he has the password to your account, why didn't you change your accounts? If y'all have been divorced at this point, why does he still have the passwords to your account? That sounds kind of crazy to me. But also, regardless, if he did make the video public, it's a video that you made. And from my understanding, Latoya has made many problematic videos in the past. Tasha says, some men I know, this boy beat up his ex-girl and put a restraining order on her to get the kids. Then she passed and he admitted it. Right. That's what I was saying though. Like I don't put any clout or put any, not clout, but I don't put any onus, I guess, on restraining orders, because at the end of the day, it's just who can go to the court first. You know what I'm saying? The abuser can go to the court first and get the restraining order, and it makes them look crazy. So, you know, the restraining order means nothing. Sisters Talk says, wow, that union was toxic. Yeah. Tasha says, I told y'all Adam was toxic. He's evil too. Coco asked, was Adam cheating too? Don't know. Tasha says that's what she claims. Show me the receipts. Where did she claim that? I want to know. Right. She deleted all of hers. Right. Y'all see it? Yeah. Yeah, they're both nuts. Coco says, child, it's too much. Latoya is a liar. Latoya is definitely trying to spin a narrative. And so it makes people look at you crazy when you're trying to release text messages, but then you delete your text messages. Then just don't release text messages. You get what I'm saying? Like, bye. Deanna says, trying to make that man look crazy. Coco says, I don't like her one bit. She needs help. Deanna says, he's speaking all facts. She's Team Adam, it seems. Hey, Boxing D Killer. Thank you for joining. Tasha says, yes, change the password. That's what I'm saying. Like, if y'all had this couple's channel, that's you know, step number one. We get a divorce. Well, the first person to change the password is the first person to keep the channel. Oh, okay. You said she said it while she was in the video, while she was pregnant. I'll have to go. God, I don't really want to go look at her videos, but I'll try to go, and then I'll post it on my community tab as a follow-up, you guys, because I don't feel like going and looking at her videos right now. Okay, so this is Adam's response. Now, y'all, I have not listened to this. We are listening to it for the first time together. because I like y'all to get my authentic reactions to some of this stuff. You know, like I saw all of this on the Shade Room. I saved it. Like I saw the once they start doing all this back and forth and stuff, I was like, oh, I gotta go live about this because we gotta discuss this together. So I just saved it and I didn't read through it or anything. So these are my authentic reactions. Okay, I'm just saying. All right.
Root of her video is that I agreed to do an interview with this channel on Tasha. It wasn't about being malicious when I went on that interview, that channel. I pretty much didn't even really know much about this channel. They reached out to me because I do interviews like on a weekly basis. So they reached out to me saying that they've been a big fan forever. I'm gonna show you the
Are you coming with receipts?
message. I'll show it to you guys later. Because anyhow,
No, not
in
coming with
that
receipts. Okay.
interview, I pretty much defended my former spouse. Essentially, yeah, maybe there was one question that was rah, but for the most part, like I was defending her. The root of her video is that I agreed to do an interview.
Okay.
You don't even respect Black women. All right, let me just say that she does this interview yesterday, and what was bizarre to me about this interview is you wrote these questions, you give it to your assistant to ask you these questions. And then when the assistant asks you certain questions, you're like acting like, oh, should I really answer these questions? Like, what kind of narcissistic, like,
Y'all people in this narcissistic word.
Why are you acting like these questions came out of thin air, like this person behind you made up these questions? There's this narrative that I was controlling everything, But let me just say that as the man of the household, yeah, it was my role to step up forward and ensure that systems were in place, that everything operated in a seamless manner. You don't even respect that. Now we're going to talk about this whole abuse stuff that she was talking about yesterday. She goes into our marital space, and let me get some context here that's very important here. When we were right before we moved to Atlanta, we sat down with a family member. We said, hey, you guys need to stop showcasing your bed, your marital space there. You got to keep that as a safe haven. I knew what I knew, and I saw her go into the master bedroom and just lay on the bed. I was just like, the audacity of you to just, after you know where you've been, to come sit down.
Look at this face.
On this bed right here. And I told her, get the hell out of here. What you talking about? There was a hustle and tussle.
There was a tussle.
Striked her. Okay? I never put my hand on her. And
if there's a tussle, you put your hand on her.
That was it. Was she probably scared? Yeah. How dare you come back from a cruise doing some ish, which you already admitted to in the video yesterday. Now we're going to talk about this whole abuse stuff that she was talking about yesterday.
All right.
She goes into our marital space.
Okay.
And one of the
all right. So I'm going to exit that off. So what I just got from that little piece right here is that so Latoya wasn't lying, in my opinion. Latoya was not lying. They're toxic. They're toxic AF. Y'all get me? Like, at the end of the day, what I am seeing is nothing but a whole bunch of toxicity. He admits that there was a little tussle. I hate. Sorry, I'm gonna get pissed off. I hate that we keep trying to normalize this. Y'all know I talked about this on Friday in my live. I hate that we're trying to normalize this tussling in a relationship. If there is a tussle that's domestic violence, it's not okay. It's not okay. Let's not try to downplay it like, oh, well, it was just a little rah-rah. It was just a little, y'all know, it was just a little respect. No. So what that just said to me is that, Adam, you did do that. There was no lie in that you did do that. Hi, Alethea. Thank you for joining. So what that said to me is, Adam, that you did that Latoya's account probably was true. To what extent I'm not saying that we know what happened in the room exactly, but we do know that there was a physical altercation in their bedroom by what she said and by what he said. Not okay with that. We also know that they are toxic, that Latoya is trying to spin a narrative and that he's trying to spin a narrative. At this point, I'm side-eyeing the both of them. Tasha, I'm with you. I'm side-eyeing the both of them now. And there was one more article that I pulled that I want to read because I again, like I said, this has been going on back and forth all day. Latoya has made 2 videos on her YouTube. Adam has done a whole live. This was just a clip of the live from the Shade Room, but he made a whole live responding to everything. So there was another part in the there's another part in her video where Latoya claimed that Adam purposely got me pregnant with their last child, their last daughter, as a way to keep her in the marriage since she claims she had previously threatened divorce. She says, quote, I was trying to leave and I ended up pregnant. First, well, let me hush. Oh no. Oh no. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. We'll talk about that later. Oh, something just tickled my soul, but okay. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Latoya, where was I at? She says, I almost not married since she claimed she was previously threatened divorce. She says, quote, I was trying to leave and I ended up pregnant. He knows my weakness is alcohol. We got extremely drunk with our friends. I completely blacked out and I woke up the next morning and I didn't even know if I had sex or not at all. But Adam vehemently denied R-ing his then wife, a word he used even though she didn't, saying, quote, that was the one thing from yesterday that was unbelievable. This is what gaslighting is. Adam believes his ex-wife is addicted to fame and claims she gets $1,000 per episode of the Bravo series Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's see. The allegations against one another are seemingly never ending. Excuse me. Adam accused Latoya of putting an expensive GPS tracking device on his car and buying a gun. Latoya believes that that's what led Adam to getting a restraining order against her. They both claim to have threatened each other with divorce. Latoya also believes Adam hacks her phone and social media accounts to delete things and disparage her. Adam, however, believes Latoya is belligerent when it comes to her alcohol intake and has managed to ruin all her relationships with family and friends. At this point, that is everything that has come out. Hi, Nakia. That is everything that has come out about this situation, y'all. I need to breathe. Oh, that was a lot. But in conclusion, I don't trust neither one of them. At first, watching the live, I thought that he seemed like a decent guy. I felt like he probably he seemed opposite of her. Of course, he had to have some kind of quirks to be even dealing with Latoya, but I felt like he did not bash her in the Tasha K interview. I also feel like Latoya is using this to further her name and get more clout because recently it has been rumored that she was not invited back to the next season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I want to say she tweeted or she Instagrammed. I wish I could find it, but I forgot to pull it. But anyway, she Instagrammed something like, "Welp, back to YouTube I go," kind of insinuating that she would not be returning to The Real Housewives of Atlanta, because as many of you on the chat and, you know, in my comments have said, y'all are not feeling Latoya. Y'all feel like she is, you know, she has just been doing too much. She is too messy. And what we're seeing is that this messiness even went between her relationship with her ex-husband Adam, and they were messy together. It was toxic. And the way that everything is playing out, I'm not liking to see it. I don't trust either one of them. I think that they both are toxic. They're both messy. They both are abusive. And I'm glad that this relationship is over. And honestly, at this point, I don't think I want to hear anything else about it. They are both trying to manipulate the situation. I'm going to drop the link. This is you all's time to come in and share your opinions. If you have any, please feel free. But I'm done. I'm over it. I'm over it. Like I said, I started off this stream feeling like Adam seemed like a good stand-up guy. I'm ending this stream feeling like I don't like neither one of them. The feelings that I was having for Latoya, I am now having for Adam as well. I do think that if he wanted to, he could have definitely gone in on her way more on Tasha K's channel. He really could have, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're seeing you for your works. You get what I'm saying? Both of y'all. We're seeing both of y'all for y'all works. And the fact that there's this back and forth, especially Adam, if you felt like you did not bash her in this interview, if you felt like you didn't bash her in this interview, then there is no reason for you to continue to do this back and forth with her on social media. You get what I'm saying? Like, there would be no reason. If you felt like what you said was right and justified, then why are you doing this back and forth? We already know why she does it, but why are you? And that's what makes me no longer like you. Also, in the response that he made to Latoya, where he's trying to kind of defend himself, you should have just shut up. Because in that response that you made, I learned two things about you. I learned one, that y'all have both been that you have been physically abusive in some way, or that there was some instance of domestic violence. There was some instance of domestic violence, which y'all already know I have zero tolerance for. Also, that you did intentionally, he said y'all heard it. He said there was one part of the interview where he was being a little bit messy, which was probably that part where I told y'all did not sit right with me. It was shifty, and it just wasn't right. You get what I'm saying? It just wasn't right. So I'm over them. I'm glad. I am personally glad though that he did come out and talk about this, just because I did not know his side, and now I can kind of get a better understanding. And I get that y'all both are clout chasers. Y'all both are about getting y'all's numbers up, getting to the bag through these views. And I mean, it is what it is. That's the YouTube game. But I hope people aren't out here like idolizing these YouTube relationships, because this is yet another instance of the toxicity that's in them, and everything that glitters is not gold. So this is y'all's last chance to click the link and call in if you have anything that you want to say about the Ali's. Please go ahead, talk to me. If not, we are going to give a shout out to our sponsor, which is the Be So Solid Signature Unit. And then we'll wrap this thing on up. So shout out to, again, the Be So Solid Signature Unit. So that's it, you guys. I do want to tell y'all before I get off of this live again, thank you for everyone that came in. If you did not hit the like button, please remember to hit the like button, whether you're watching me on Facebook or whichever YouTube channel that you're watching me on as I'm streaming. I will be dropping my Vegas vlog. As y'all know, we had the Road to the Win. I styled the hair for Miss for Georgia, and I was in Vegas for 7 days, so it's going to be like a 3-part vlog, I think. So part 1 of the vlog should be dropping tomorrow. My Patreons already had early access to it. I also want to give a shout out to Silky Sacks, because Silky Sacks will be featured in my vlog because she did sponsor Miss for Georgia. So I do really appreciate that. Speaking on behalf of Jerisha as well, she really appreciated the sponsoring. So I brought her unit, traveled with her unit all the way to Vegas, honey, and it was nice, and the curls were intact and everything was beautiful, so that was great. So that video will be dropping sometime tomorrow. It's actually been up for a couple days. I just wanted to make sure that my Patreons had a chance to check the video out first. Also, if you want to join my Patreon, the link is down in the description box below. If you would like to buy some of my custom merch, that is down in the description box below. If you want your own Be So Silent, basically what I'm saying to y'all is check the description box because it's lit down there. In other words, just in case you don't get what I'm saying, check the description box. It's lit. Okay. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to share. We are trying to, up these subscribers and all this kind of stuff. So I appreciate y'all for joining me for this late impromptu live stream. I'm seeing all this love down in the chat. Yes. Silky, we love you over here. You know it. So all right, y'all. We're gonna leave on out of here. I appreciate y'all so much for joining me, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace. Sorry, I thought I was out. Wait, I thought I was gone. Wait, we're gonna try that one more time.